Massive warning, MicroStrategy could be selling $650,000, or excuse me, 650,000 Bitcoin. Is the crypto apocalypse incoming? No, not at all. Not at all. But you'll see all that stuff all over the internet because that's what the internet is. So we're going to talk about what's actually happening with strategy, what was said, what wouldn't said. We're going to talk about how the 4-year cycle impacts that. Some people say 4-year cycle is dead. Others say it's still here. And we are also going to talk really about what's happening with XRP, what's happening with the Vanguard, what's happening with the Bitcoin spot ETFs. It's important. It's important to discuss these things. Why is it important? Because that's the actual story with the market. That's what's actually happening. Okay. So moral of the story is there's a lot of stuff that gets misconstrued on the internet. We know that. But we have to debunk some stuff. But we also do need to talk about the risk associated because at the end of the day, strategy could do what they want to do to protect their bottom line. We're talking about a company here. We're talking about a company here. Yes, there's certain disclosures. Yes, there's certain things that they have to do. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about traditional finance, they will literally dump on you and could care less. They will do what they need to do to protect their bottom line. Yes, that still happens in free markets like crypto. But really, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And again, I don't think... Even though I don't like MicroStrategy's business model, like ethically, I understand why it's good and why it will make money and why people like it. So shout out to that. I love it. But I just don't necessarily like the entire idea of, all that type of stuff. And I've talked about it before, but we'll go ahead and get into it. I got to give all my channel members a big shout out. I'm trying something different on YouTube right now. For some reason, YouTube lets you live stream to the regular feed and then the shorts feed. So we're going to try that and see what that looks like. But anyways, shout out to the channel members. Good morning to Lawrence. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lawrence isn't worried. He's never worried. Good morning to Dale. Good morning to Mike. Good morning to Gumby. To Mr. D. Yes, Mousy is saying hello. Carlton for the $2 super chat. Mr. R. John Legend. Gumby again. Gorgeous Alexandra. And you guys listen to Alexandra. Smash a like, subscribe, set alerts, and drop me a comment so you don't miss anything. Who else? Oh, we got someone new. 1234 JL. Shout out to JL. Life Coach and Altcoin Alpha. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to X. Shout out to Rumble. Shout out to Twitch. I love it. Love it. All right, let's get into the FUD. All right? Because there's all this FUD. There's all this drama. Just like China's going to ban Bitcoin, no? Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. All right, first on the docket. This is what the altcoin market's currently looking like right here. We're looking good. Zcash is up after a really nasty, I think, 40% drop. We'll talk about that. But let's get into the nitty gritty over here with Michael Saylor. So this is the clip that's circulating. There was an interview done on Yahoo Finance by some of the folks over at Strategy. So let's go ahead and listen to it.
If there is literally a 3-year sustained Bitcoin down cycle, a 3-year sustained cycle where MNAV trades below 1x, then we may have to sell Bitcoin. At this point in time, it's the end of 2025. We're talking about 2029 where that may be the case. And we have the Bitcoin for a reason, to protect the company, to protect our shareholders. And if we have to sell, we
Okay, so this clip, everything was taken out of context, which is how it normally goes, okay? Moral of the story is they have Bitcoin. They're holding Bitcoin just in case something bad happens with the company. They don't need to sell that Bitcoin, though. It could be forced one day, maybe in 2029. But right now, they're like, hey, we're good. We've got the capital. That's exactly what he's saying here. Nothing lasts forever. Number does not sustain always at all-time highs. There's volatility in the crypto markets. It's not bad. This is how investing works. Is this negative? No, it's not really negative. They're talking about in the future. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of MicroStrategy's business model. I don't think it's cool that certain people from certain wealth classes and entities are allowed to create stocks, print money out of thin air, and just do their business. I think it's a big Ponzi, but I digress. Also, shout out to Mr. John Legend for becoming an O Army member. I thought you already won. But that's what's going on. So it's basically just a bunch of FUD. All right. So let's go ahead and recap what was said here. So we're all on the same page. Strategy may sell some of its $59 billion worth in Bitcoin if the market drags its equity below crypto holdings, the Bitcoin holdings. They recently raised $1.4 billion in cash and is looking into Bitcoin lending to keep paying dividends without selling. We love those dividends, right? We love the lending. Also, shout out to Ledin for being a partner of the O Show, too. The link is down below if you guys are interested. Retail loan or Bitcoin-backed loans for retail. Anyways, earnings could swing anywhere from 5.5 billion loss to 6.3 billion gain, depending on the price of Bitcoin. These are also unrealized losses and gains. TradFi can hold and can sustain this for a very, 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 very long time. Banks are like at 300 billion unrealized losses or something ridiculous like that. So TradFi can sustain these losses because guess what? They can just create stocks out of thin air to cover their butts. CEO Lee says Bitcoin sales could happen during a long down cycle if their net asset value, NAV, drops below 1 or capital raising doesn't work out. So basically, what they will do if they have problems, we're just going to lend some Bitcoin out. We are going to ask for more money. And we're just going to be doing our business. All right? That's what they're going to do. So it's not really that big of a deal. But let's talk about some more of the FUD behind what's actually happening. So Strategy built a $1.44 billion cash reserve from a new Class A share sale, covering around 21 months of dividends and interest. So again, they created something out of thin air to make money. Creating money out of thin air, that's basically what that is. It represents 2 to 3% of total company value. Strategy holds 650,000 Bitcoin. That's where the clickbait title came from. This is 3.1% of the total supply. MSTR, the stock, is down 60% in October 2025, which is ugly. Kind of like a pump and dump, right? Not really, though. Market cap is 50.7 billion, below its 60.4 billion in Bitcoin holdings, creating an inverted valuation where the software business is priced negatively, even considering 8.2 billion in debt. MSCI, which is part of Morgan Stanley, they may remove Master from its indices by January 15th. So I would anticipate some volatility around that time. MSCI is basically, I believe it's an entity of Morgan Stanley, and they evaluate stocks to see, or different financial instruments, stocks, whatnot, to see if they're worthy. They're worthy to be on various indices. See how that works? It's crazy though, because why do we have all these different agencies to do that? Why don't we just have one? Why do we have all these different agencies that rates this and rates that and him and her and all these different things? The event can trigger up to 8.8 billion in passive outflows if that does happen. So again, we might experience some crazy volatility on January 15th because MicroStrategy owns more Bitcoin, I want to say, than what did we say yesterday, like US and China? And Saylor did come out and say that he is engaging with MSCI, but unsure about the outflow estimate. So again, there's going to be a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of drama here, which will impact the crypto market. So if they are forced to start selling Bitcoin maybe in 2029 or whenever that may be, there's going to be some volatility with the market. If they are removed from MSCI, it could cause a lot of drama with their company and their stocks. So this is something important to pay attention to. Now, will Bitcoin be okay? Bitcoin will be fine. Bitcoin doesn't need MicroStrategy, doesn't need Michael Saylor, no disrespect. It doesn't need anything. All Bitcoin needs is the open market, people buying and selling. Will this cause a lot of drama in the market? Will it cause number to go down? Will it cause all of crypto to tank? Yeah, 100% if this happens. It won't be good. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin will be okay. It'll be okay. That's just my personal opinion of the matter. So I'm not really necessarily worried about this. But at the same time, it is something to pay attention to. Like if you can't deal with volatility, then you might need to turn the cheek like that. So there's that's the drama. That's the FUD. That's the drama and that's the FUD that's going on. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Mike. The Dublin, the desert. I love dessert. Anyways, that's what's going on with the drama. Also, with that being said, let's talk about some positive things with Bitcoin. These stories over here. Bitcoin has returned to the global top 8 assets by market cap here. Wow. So bearish, so many terrible bad things happening. Oh my heavens. So bad. Next, total Bitcoin spot ETF volume surpasses 5.1 billion today. All of the Bitcoin spot ETFs. So there's money going in. People are liking it. People are trading. People like this thing called Bitcoin. BlackRock spot ETF options secure U.S. top 10 ranking with 7.7 million active contracts. This is BlackRock's IBIT. BlackRock's IBIT is also the most successful financial product they have out of 1,400 ETFs. IBIT options now rank ninth largest in U.S. markets with 7.7 million active contracts. The options have surpassed gold ETFs and major tech stocks in activity. And I was on with Kitco yesterday talking to them about Bitcoin, comparing them to gold because they've got a lot of gold bugs over there, which great, fine, fantastic. Moral of the story is Bitcoin and gold are great hedges against each other as of now. Because Bitcoin just surpassed gold in ETFs and also major tech stocks and activity. Good investors diversify. They got their hands in all the little pots. Options are used for hedging, speculation, and yield strategy by institutional investors and retail. Also yesterday, Bank of America, this is Mr. Hunter from Bitwise. Bank of America Private Wealth Management, largest in the country, about $2 trillion, will allow advisors to allocate 1 to 4% Bitcoin starting in January. Grateful IBIT is included in the options they've selected. So Bitwise BitB, which is Bitwise's ETF, Fidelity FBTC, Grayscale BTC, and BlackRock's IBIT. So moral of the story. Moral of the story is Bitcoin's going to be fine. The markets will be fine. And everything's going to be wonderful. It's going to be majestic. It's going to be magical. Just as long as you have these big boys that have their money and all kinds of stuff in the market, everything will be fine. We got a lot of people on TikTok. Got like 200 of you today. So this is good. So just wanted to give you a FUD story and then give you a positive story. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the market, what's going on. So the current state of the market over here, we've got Zcash is up. Things are looking good. We're rebounding a bit. Now, taking a look at TradingView, we love TradingView, and congratulations to all the winners. Bitcoin is at $93,000 today, which is good. We're a little bit consistent here. I am magical. I am. Oh, before we get into this really quickly, congratulations to my daughter. You guys know about my daughter. We talk about her all the time. She's been in videos, all kinds of stuff. Don't show her face. She was selected for a solo for her Christmas concert at school. So proud of her. Please give her a big round of applause. Drop a comment and just let her know that you're proud of her. Tell her congrats, something, because we'll go through and we'll read them. If you say anything rude, you could say rude stuff about me. We remove it because it's dumb. But say something nice about my kid. I'm so proud of her because she worked really hard. So she didn't get the solo for worship night, but she's getting the solo for the Christmas concert. So proud of her. Feels really, really good when your child works really hard. She was really let down about that, but this is why we push our kids to continue to do better and continue to practice. And when they do have a little bit of a mishap or a little bit of a failure, we use that failure as an opportunity to build them back up. And then we help them achieve their goals. So super proud of her. Taking her to go get her favorite bean and cheese burrito after school today. She's very excited. So congratulations to my girl. Really, really, really proud of her. But back to the charts. And one of the things I want to remind you guys really quickly, you're all capable and intelligent in succeeding in life. Just because you have a small failure doesn't mean you need to get down on yourself. It's okay to reassess the situation, be like, I can do better here or there. But remember, as a kid, give yourself words of encouragement that you would have wanted to hear as a kid. You need to be proud of yourself. If you have a little bit of failure, pick yourself back up and keep showing up. That's what I tell my kid, and I'm telling you guys that too, and we can apply that to investing in crypto in general. Now, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going great. Also, if you want to trade with me, we're on iTrust. The link is down below for that, and also Kraken. If you deposit, I want to say $100, you can get $25 of XRP. So those of you that did during the dip, great. Links down below and up there. That's where I am trading right now. But moral of the story is Bitcoin popped up yesterday from 86 to about 91,000. We opened at 91 and we retested 94,000. I am on iTrust and you get a reward over there. I think it's like $100. So things are looking good. We're actually ready to break above 94,000, which would be incredibly important. I won't take a look at the weekly. Doesn't necessarily matter done for today's show. Ethereum broke above 3,000. Wonderful. We are also above the EMA 20 here. Very, very happy about that. Solana's pumping. Solana's pumping at 145. Again, ready to flip 146. XRP is up, just kind of going sideways. Link is doing pretty well too. We've got something with that. I want to say they filed for an ETF. I'll come back to that. ADA is at 44 cents, a little bit sluggish, but we're on our way up. HBAR doing its thing, trying to flip above the EMA 20, which is really, really, really nice. Also, shout out to Binance Blockchain Week. We won an award over there. So thank you so much to Binance for that. Absolutely love it. I really like what Binance does. Also, they've got a cool little thing that they're doing really quickly. Actually, I don't know if I could say it because I don't know if it's live yet. I'm gonna post it on Instagram though, and then I'll share with you guys. I don't want to blow it because sometimes they do that, so I can't say it. But they made some really cool announcements over at Binance Blockchain Week. I highly recommend you take a look at their feed and to kind of see what's going on at the conference. There's generally a lot of different pieces of alpha, and it's in Dubai too, and that's where a lot of crypto activity happens. So shout out to them. Also, Zcash is down about 40%. From their highs. Let's see. Yeah. Or no, it's actually down from the all-time high. It's down like 60%. But it had a really nice move up from 321. Got a swing look high to 380. Currently trading out 364. I know. Sorry to hear that. Miss you guys too. But moral of the story is things are good. And the privacy narrative is incredibly important. Why does privacy matter? Privacy matters is because with blockchain, it's all public. All public. So privacy is important. And just like Charles A said, we might have that bull run. Based on off privacy narrative. So I'd probably start focusing on that. Now, I get the question a lot. Wendy, should I buy Zcash? A lot of people were asking me at the top, and I says I don't buy things at the top because I try not to. I do occasionally. I'm not perfect. But now probably if you are interested in it, now would probably be the time to buy before it gets back above resistance at 428. No, not financial advice. Some other stories. Oh yeah, we got some HBAR news too. So we all know that Vanguard, they are allowing 50 million of their clients, their brokerage clients, I believe, to have access to different crypto ETFs. XRPC there. HBR, so the XRP spot ETF and the HBAR spot ETF, non-Vanguard funds, but you can go ahead and trade these on Vanguard if you're interested. So congratulations to both the XRP army and the HBAR community, the hipsters. You guys are the hipsters. That's what I'm going to call you guys. It's so cute. The hipsters. Love it, love it, love it. So congratulations. And again, that was a pretty big deal. Really, really, really big deal. Chainlink launches first U.S. Chainlink ETF on NYSE ARCA. Congratulations to the Linkerines. Also, in addition to that, what was I going to say? Oh, God. Yeah, Grayscale has their Zcash ETF too. I think that they're working on that. I'm going to cover this tomorrow. I like it. Sonnet Biotherapeutic Holdings Inc. announces stockholder approval proposed business combination with hyperliquid strategies. It's so interesting to see, like, hyperliquid's a DEX, but we're seeing a lot of this type of integration with it. So these types of stories are pretty interesting to me. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, they're holding up 12.6 million hype and 300 million cash. They may raise up to an extra $1 billion. This doesn't really make sense as what are these? They're therapeutics holding. Biotechnology company. These types of partnerships don't necessarily make sense to me. I mean, I know they want to make money and whatnot, but I would like to see more DATs and more of these types of partnerships come from products that are actually going to be used in day-to-day business operations. But that's just me. But either way, I hope everybody makes lots of money. Lots and lots of money. For Hedera just announced something pretty big too. Pretty big stuff. So Hedera signs MOU in Georgia. Georgia's Ministry of Justice signed a memorandum of understanding with Hedera to bring its tech into the public sector. A memorandum of understanding, a MOU, is a formal agreement between parties outlining their intentions or plans to work together. So, like, we're going to work together. And I think the Georgia they're talking about is the Georgia that's in like over there. Not in America, Georgia. I think that's it. I think it's the same one. And my old boss, her family was from Georgia. They discussed potentially moving National Agency of Public Registry data onto Hedera for stronger property right protection, transparency, and reliability. What is this? Is this tokenization? Is this RWAs? Yeah, Hedera has the trifecta, AI, DeFi, and RWAs. Hello? This is exactly what it is. We talked about Layer Fink yesterday about BlackRock, we're tokenizing everything, blah, blah, blah. Hedera's putting their money where their mouth is, and they're doing it. So congratulations. Officials highlighted future plans for real estate tokenization. Next steps include forming joint working groups to begin active collaborations. And again, we're going to see a lot more partnerships with this. And when people say, Wendy, what should I invest in, and blah, 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 I like to pay attention to crypto projects that are made in the US, that are crypto spot ETFs, will become crypto spot ETFs that focus on either AI, DeFi, or RWAs, or all three together. To me, as far as altcoins go, those have solid fundamentals, but do what works for you. So congratulations to Hedera, not only for the Canary Spot XRP or the Canary Spot ETF, because now it's on Vanguard, but this is another pretty big partnership. I want to talk a little bit about Ethereum. Ethereum gets huge mainnet upgrade tomorrow. And again, this is important because Ethereum is a hot mess and I need my $10,000 Ethereum. It boosts throughput, lowering fees and adding passkey style authentication. Love to see it. Love to see it. Any idea of a good trust attorney to put our LLC into? Yeah, email me. I don't know where you are, but I have one in Orange County that I use for stuff. I got it also to you guys. I have a massive network of attorneys and CPAs and just people in LA. Send me an email. I'll get you. Mine's in Orange County. She was absolutely wonderful. I will recommend her time and time again. But if you guys need help with any of this stuff, please reach out to me. I have a big network of licensed professionals because I'm not a financial advisor. I can't help you with these things, but I can guide you to where you need to go. I love Orange County. I'm going to move out there. I'm going to move to South Orange County. I'm in my bougie era. I told you guys. I have lived in the hood. I'm in my soft girl era, okay? Soft girl era. We are. All right. So there's that. But the reason why this is so important for Ethereum, because number one, I just needed to be hit $10,000 so I can buy my house in South Orange County. No, in general, though, Ethereum is Wall Street's chosen one, the baby right now, until something else comes. Like Solana is a great competitor of it, but this is important because Ethereum is kind of has set the standard for a lot of things. Not XRP the standard, but just the standard in general. So we need this. This is good, and I wish they would have done this a long time ago. But beggars can't be choosers. Another really cool thing, since we're talking about Ethereum, Metamask. I use Metamask, and I got friends over there. I like them. Ooh, good for you. I hope you get either Newport or Costa Mesa. Great choices. Great choices. I want to go to Aliso Viejo, though. Be Miss Lil Bougie. I'm in my feminine era. Anyways, MetaMask launched Transaction Shield. It's a premium subscription offering transaction loss protection and priority support. Subscribers get up to $10K per month loss coverage on transactions. MetaMask deemed safe. And it's only $9.99 per month. I'm not telling you to buy this. I'm just telling you, if you use MetaMask a lot and you're using it as your cold storage device, you probably should look into this. I think it's cool. Also, President Trump fell asleep yesterday. He fell asleep yesterday at the thing. And he's talking about there will be no income tax at some point, not too distant future. Send it. That if we do not get... Shout out to Christopher. He is a subscriber on X. Love him. He's awesome. He shows up every day. In addition to that, if they lower tax rates, that will save America. All right? Because we're in a recession. Our economy sucks, but they need to lower tax rates. That's what they need to do. So do something. Do something, Mr. Trump. And you could fall asleep. It's okay. I thought it was freaking funny. I literally thought it was so funny that Newsom and his people are but Newsom, I'm not even gonna get started. I got a big problem with Newsom and the way he's handled the virus and all kinds of stuff. This is something I wanted to bring up and because it's incredibly important. Trump accounts. Trump is ensuring young American family shares in American success, empowering next generation for Trump accounts. This is important because we don't teach financial education to our kids. Most of us don't. But basically, they give every child born 2025 to 2028 $1,000 government deposit. Any child under 18 with Social Security number can open one. Parents and guardians manage the account. Families and friends and employers can contribute up to $5,000 per year. Philanthropists and states can give unlimited accounts. Funds are invested in at low cost diversified stock index managed by private companies. Withdrawals allowed at age 18. Withdrawals are taxed like retirement accounts unless used for college or first home. I love that. I love it. Don't have an issue with that. And also, Michael and Susan Dell will give 250 to 25 million children new Trump accounts totaling $6.25 billion, which is one of the largest direct gifts to Americans. They're the Dell people. So this is a good way to, this is a really great way to give back. I give back to the self-care lab, to the kids over there. My only gripe with this is I wish it would include all children in America that are citizens. That's my only gripe. But at the end of the day, and maybe, you know what, maybe I'm going to do something similar. Once we get our own, once the self-care lab gets a building, maybe I'll start setting up accounts for some of the kids that go there that do really well in grades and whatnot. But I think this is wonderful. And this is the way that we do heal America, that we do help with our kids, and that we put them first. Because for some reason, our priorities have gotten completely screwed up and we don't help our kids. I don't know why, but I think that this is a wonderful story. Wonderful, wonderful story over here. And I do encourage you all to donate to your local nonprofits, not the big companies. And at the end of the day, this is a good use of money from the Dell family. I mean, I think it's wonderful. Other than that, Bitcoin's okay. MicroStrategy's not selling anything. If they have to sell some Bitcoin or do whatever, they're just going to keep grifting along. And that's not a bad thing. Everybody grifts. Everybody does. But it's all about working within the shout out to Fly. It's all about working. Am I a trophy wife? I'm a little bit crazy. But it's all about working within the constraints of what you're given. We're given laws and regulations. If we can't change them, we work alongside them. We do it ethically and we do it legally, just like Michael Saylor and Strategy is doing. I think that they will be okay today, maybe not tomorrow. Again, not the biggest fan of the not the biggest fan of the business model, but it's not for me to judge. It's not. We're all good. Yeah, take care of them damn kids. Anyways, I gotta go. I've got like a million things to do. I didn't eat breakfast. I forgot. Sending you guys love and light, and I will see you tomorrow. I will see you. I got a video coming at 2 p.m. PT. If you're an XRP fan, you're gonna want to know about that. You're gonna want to watch it, and then the wrap up at 6 p.m. PT. Send y'all love and light. Thank you so much. Are you from New Jersey? No, I do have family over there. I'm born and raised LA County. Family's from Bensonhurst in Brooklyn. Mulberry Street, way back in the day. Send y'all love and light.